as an added bonus video, I think I'll show you how I finalize my kind of videos. So one of the first things I usually do when creating a tutorial video is that I have my own intro. So let me see, should be on desktop, my videos, intro, and let's choose a different song for this one. So normally, in order to create a video or an intro, I used Adobe After Effects to create this intro, and it's just a little itty bitty intro, nothing too big or personal. But what I'm doing is I'm adding my intro video before all the, before my audio track and before my video track, so that way it creates a nicer, easier transition. What I have here, go away. What I have here is this clip is a little bit too big, so I'm drag it and just make sure it's just matched up. I'm going to add a starting and an ending transition. I'm going to go up all the way to my audio properties and make that 29% and make sure this syncs up pretty well. And it does. So after, what I'm basically going to go through is I'm going to basically scrub through all this and find out where the key points on to basically boost the volume. Like, actually I'm going to boost the volume by 146 because it might be hard to hear me. And next, for my video, or what I'm controlling on the computer to create some noise, this actually might be very, very hard on your hearing. So I'm going to take the volume all the way down to probably about 27%. And it's always good to make your volumes low because you can turn them up. The user can turn up the volume however they feel is fit. So that's why it's always great to lower the volumes first. Same thing for audio engineering. So I'm just going to scrub through this, and I'm going to add a video property, and I'm just going to zoom in, and I think the first one for Blackfire is all the way on the left. So I'm just going to position this to where we can see the combinator and all the inner workings of the synth. This is kind of a tedious process, but it's great for video practice. So there's a spot there, and you can't really see the full part of the synth, so what I'm going to do is add another video action, just drag it down a bit. And since it's a little bit more demonstrated now, I'm actually going to reduce the scale and drag it out a bit, so that way we can see all the inner workings or the correct parts that we need to see. So just going to buffer through this again and just find out the different points, and like right before I open the programmer for this, I'm going to add another audio or video action, and this is critical. The video actions are critical for learning. I mean, without a big blown up screen, you can't really see all the fine details, and so that's why I render out all the different types of videos in different scales, is because actually no, that's why I render out in high definition, so that way you can see all the fine numbers. That's one of the things that bugged me when I was watching tutorials on how to create my own sounds and things like that. It just bugged the crap out of me that you couldn't see all the finite numbers, and it's really due to a lot of poor video, a lot of poor settings. If you don't really know what video settings, YouTube can tell you. So I'm just basically blasting through this, just looking for all the fine points. But basically, once it's been added, unless all the unless all the different points of the video are spread out unevenly, then I have to just adjust them. And I think we might run into one of those here in a minute. I'm not too sure, but it does happen during 1 or 2 videos, so I have to constantly watch the what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's too much trouble, so I'm just gonna add another video action at the end just to bring it up to see that it's still attached to the combinator. Add a ending transition, and for my transition I'm going to do cross dissolve. If you're wondering what I'm using, this is known as Screenflow. Screenflow is a great tool for the beginner user, and it's kind of inexpensive. It's actually just $100 just to buy the program. So with one paycheck that you get from your jobs, if you set it aside, you can get it and then be on your merry way to making more videos. So I just wanted to show you what are some of the tips and tricks I use for finalizing the video side of things. So thanks again, and I'll check you guys out on Thursday.